Yesterday I made a picrew in about 8 hours. I was watching a YouTube video where somebody else made a picrew, and then I decided I kind of wanted to do that as well. I spent about 45 seconds thinking about it. I have so much stuff to do. I should probably not make a picrew right now. I need to write an essay. And then I saw another video titled I made a picrew in 3 weeks, and instead of backtracking and deciding that this was perchance a bad idea, I doubled down. 3 weeks? I bet I can do it in a day. That would even be productive of me, I think. So at 2 p.m. I started making a picrew for the first time, and I finished it at 10. I made a lot of mistakes because I've not in fact made a picrew before, but it's alright. I'll take you through the process I used to make it so that we don't have to make the same errors. By the way, I mostly used these 2 videos to help me understand how to make a picrew. I also used Procreate to draw all the parts, so I'll be explaining it with that in mind, but it should be applicable to other programs. Okay, so first, picrew works on a layer system, which means that each part or category of the picrew should be on a different layer. For example, the body layer, the hair layers, the eye layer, and etc. In your drawing program, make all the parts of the picrew on different layers. This layering also extends to color options. Having the different colors on different layers is very important. Basically, you want to create large category folders like body and hair that contain color option folders like blonde or black hair, and within each of those color option folders you want all of the different shapes like straight or curly hair. Later on the website you can use picrew's layering options to put the different parts you made on different layers. That way you can distinguish which parts will be in the front and which parts will be in the back. For example, the eyes will be in front of the face. This is how I organized my layers in Procreate. This will be important later, and I recommend doing it the same way. I'll use the body or the face as an example. I had 3 body options, so I made a folder containing all 3. Then I copy and pasted this folder to match the number of skin tone options I wanted. I wanted 6 skin tones, so I copied the folder 6 times. I recommend that you export each part in a batch. Like, export all the body options at once so that you can make sure everything works as needed. So to export the parts, we need to make a transparent PNG of each of them. To do this on Procreate, you unselect the background layer, hit the tool icon and share, and then hit PNG. Then I airdrop them to my computer. On my computer, I use this filing system from this tutorial to organize everything before batch importing. I have a large folder called picrew containing files with all the parts that I wanted. This is where it gets a little confusing. Let's use the body as an example. This is going to be similar to how you organize the layer in the drawing program. You want to create the number of folders that match the amount of color options that you want. I wanted 6 options, so I made 6 colors. Then, in each folder, you will place all of the options you made in one color. For example, in folder 1, I placed all of the lightest skin tone body options. In folder 2, I placed all of the second lightest skin tone body options, and so on and so forth. And my cat has arrived, I'm sorry if you can hear. Then, within each folder, you want to label each shape a different number. For example, I have body shape 1 through 3 in the lightest skin tone that match the body shape 1 through 3 in the second lightest skin tone. I hope that makes sense. It's simple once you get the hang of it, but it's a little tough to explain. Then you can upload all these options to picrew. To do this, create a part. Then hit items and add items. Select the amount of options you want to add. I want 3 base body shapes, so I selected to add 2 since there's always one automatically. Then hit part settings and scroll down to color. Add colors that coordinate to the options for colors you've already made. I have 6 skin tone options and I made 6 selection colors. You can copy the hex codes into picrew, but that seemed like a lot of work, so I didn't do that. I just made mine grayscale. This won't affect the colors you've already given your items, this is just for selection purposes, and it'll be the options that the user selects. So then you hit bulk upload. You'll be uploading by color, which is why we organized the files the way we did earlier. Select your first color option in picrew and then go to the corresponding color in your files. Since you numbered all the options the same way for each color, you can just drag and drop the contents of your files and hit upload. Then your picrew should be working. After you do this for the first part or category you want to make, you'll have to repeat the process for all the other categories. I know it probably sounds like a lot of work right now, but it's not actually too bad once you get the hang of it. You'll have to order the layers in picrew though, which I can show you how to do. It's pretty simple. In the broad menu for your image maker, there's a layers menu on the right side. Hit sort and you can use the hamburger bars on the left side to order them. This is the order I used. That's all you need to know. Mostly I just explained the parts that I was confused about. But overall, this is a very simplistic tutorial, and there are some things that I didn't mention at all. There is one more thing that I want to bring up. A mistake I made was separating the hair too much. I made 2 parts for the top of the head, which I thought would just add more customization, but it kind of screwed up the hair a lot, so I do not recommend doing that. I just make 1 part for the front of the hair, 1 part for the back of the hair, and then some people make like those little, I forget what they're called, but you know the like little thingies, like the hair antennas that people put on top of their characters sometimes. And I made ones with the little things that they put on the side of the character's face. Whatever, you get it. Despite all like the mistakes that I made, I can actually show that I have a functional picrew now, which is very cool to me. I actually had fun making this, and I definitely suggest it to all the bored artists in the world as something to do for the weekend if you, for example, are procrastinating doing schoolwork, or you actually finished your schoolwork like a responsible student and have nothing left to do. So yeah, I hope you have a good day. Bye.